Hey guys, this is Griffin from Royal Reptiles, and today I am on my way to Mike Shornak's house for a bit of feeding and cleaning, just to see what is going on. I'll be back in a bit.
He's good to go. So we just leave him there until we feed your guy later. Substrate, but it's preferred that they do not.
Yes. There we go. Have a little bite. I told him come out.
So that one will only eat when it is hidden. It will never eat when it's out and about. It's not even worth trying to feed it.
I really don't think ball pythons are really starter snakes because, sometimes they're finicky.
They have a tendency to go off feed, but the nice thing about ball pythons is that they're pretty forgiving. You can mess up pretty hardcore with them and they'll still.
He's a little constricting in there.
African house snakes are called the pythons of the tulipbird world. So, something I do, just to make my life easier, is I'll hook these guys out and I put them in a separate feeding container. I've been doing it since they were tiny little babies. And
Yeah,
it just makes life easier.
I held an extremely small, like an extremely small baby cow king just at the show. So I was like, okay, cool.
And these guys are very, very nippy.
Yeah, babies are.
So, good miss.
Look at that mouth open. Yanking around a little bit just so they can.
It stimulates the feeding response a little harder, which I prefer my snakes have too strong a feeding response as to having no feeding response. That way I can guarantee that they're going to eat every time.
Oh, hey. Just
13 is offered hopper. And I spot clean 2 spots, so we write 2 fecals.
There we go. But I do know that, like, when they're younger, they're going to get nervous if you put them in a big tank right away.
Typically, yeah. If you give them enough hiding spots, they're typically alright.
Yes, but, I did hear that, the milk snakes and king snakes, they kind of like really small, like awfully small containers for them because of their bad eyesight.
Yeah, I really haven't had too many issues with any of mine. I usually start them out in 10 gallons.
Yes.
So, it's about as small a tank as I ever really put a snake in.
To go into a reptile supply store. I know I'm gonna have to, and I'm going to try to get reticulated pythons just because I know people are gonna come in and say, "You have any massive things?" Because they're gonna do that.
Up to 13 feet. After that, in Ohio, you have to have all sorts of special permitting. It'll run you about $600,000 to get permitting for them.
Maybe just feed it small.
There you go.
Excuse me, keep it out for a while.
I wish it worked like that.
Yeah, like at BHB Reptiles in Michigan, they have an albino retic named Sunshine that's actually very, very small, only about 6 foot, and she's actually pretty old, but they use her for shows and things.
You'll get dwarf individuals. Like Matt's got a dwarf firm, and it's about 6 feet, and it's 8 years old, 9 years old.
Oh.
But It happens. It's just certainly can't bank on it.
So then you're gonna. So after he finishes, what you're going to take the snake, put him back in.
Yep, we fill out the log, throw him back into his tank, and then move on to the next one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he just did it. I've had musk on me a couple times already.
This one typically gives me problems with letting go of the hook.
Do you use a zoom incubator for your incubator?
I think I used a Hovabator.
I'm hoping to make one.
I made my first one, and then it was just such a hassle that I switched over to a commercially made one. And it's worked well for my last couple of clutches, so. It's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah. Thought she was going for the snake only eat the head side. She's going for the tail.
Nah, it doesn't really bother her.
Yeah.
So I wipe out the bowls because even though they may look clean, you can still get weird stuff in them, like they get little algal growth and it's kind of gross. So if I wouldn't want to drink it, I don't want them drinking it.
Whenever I have to hook mine, I only use the mid-bottom spot.
You can with a smaller snake, that's for sure. Which is always nice.
When he gets bigger, I'll go this way. One up and down.
That's not good.
But yeah, I got this from the Zoom Ed stand. And there he goes already.
Uh-oh.
Let me up. And he's biting himself. Getting weird.
Alrighty. So here you go.
Sure heavy.
Yep, they're stainless steel. Just put it down next to his face. When he bites it, wiggle it a little bit. Alright, let go. Well done. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Nice and simple, that's how we like it. Everything should be nice and simple. The more complex processes you make, the harder your life is and the more time consuming everything is. And the easier it is to screw stuff. Reasons. One is you'll find the buried stuff. And two is because it destroys their tunnels, which digging is classified as enrichment. It's something that makes their brain work, makes them less bored, and it also offers them a sense of security so they feel safer when they're buried and not visible. Or if it necessarily has to be one or the other. I assume that was Jerry's stuff. Jerry gave that thought?
Igni and Mississaugas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do have a 20-gallon and a 10-gallon and a 5-gallon. Well, that's it. That's weird.
What's that?
This house snake still hasn't eaten. It was
Did
high.
you drop it?
Yeah. But I kind of don't like how the tail is.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like, whoop.
So what did you notice? What did I do? What did I grab?
the big ones.
Exactly. These are the longer tongues because he's got, number one, a longer strike range, and number two, he's a lot more aggressive. So, you always want tongues that are appropriate size for the snake.
They're pretty.
No, I love bull snakes. They're really cool.
But I mean,
They do have that tendency.
yeah, I've seen it. It's nasty. This is a bit.
I can probably bump you to medium rats soon. You're just pounding those small ones.
I heard a little hiss there.
That's actually just him breathing. His lung is so big that when he exhales, the way it plays on the rostral scales, it makes that sound.
Oh, he's already mad.
Mm-hmm. It just eats, so it should be fairly easy.
Yeah. So that keeps an eye on him.
Oh my gosh. It ain't nice.
These types of species. Feel right here. There's no lip for them to hang on to, nothing for them to get up on, and it sits flush right against that lip.
It's just I can't find any like that.
They have them at Jack's and stuff like that. They're a little bit more expensive. One like this is gonna run you about $60.
Oh no. You know?
I think this is it right here. Nope.
You never know where he is. You'll probably find him around
Under the water dish.
Yeah, he likes it under the water cooler, maybe. Never know where he's.
Stealthing on me.
Yes, you will. There he is.
It's really
Wait.
weird. He's very peculiar in that he goes away from heat sources. I have yet to see him hang out underneath the heat lamp.
Yep.
So these are all defensive strikes, which usually is not good for eating. It's usually just, I'm in panic mode, leave me alone. So here's what we're going to do. I don't think he's going to eat straight from us like this. So what we'll do is I'll get another one of these bowls out and put this in there, and we'll leave it in with them overnight, since they're primarily nocturnal hunters, which is the only time I've actually seen him out from underneath the aspen since I put him in there.